Okay, hey everyone, welcome to this game that Joe found called Surgeon Simulator. Apparently he got bored being president, so he rang me up whilst I was editing the next episode of Pokemon White and told me to get Donald, so here we are.
Yeah, Joe, this better be good because I was busy recording as well.
This will be amazing, boys, so welcome everyone. Today I am not President Biden, but Dr. Biden, and am now a fully qualified surgeon. This is a very serious game, so I expect maximum concentration and focus, especially with you, Donald.
I hope that was a Bible you were just holding, Joe, because our patients are going to need all the prayers they can get.
Ooh, I'm actually looking forward to this, boys. I can be Dr. Trump, and you can be Dr. Obama. So come on, Joe, where are the patients at? I want to perform brain surgery.
Okay, well first this is the tutorial. We are playing boys, and this British woman will explain how to play the game. And first we need to find a button around here, apparently.
Yeah, I can already tell this is going to go wrong in so many different ways, but whatever, and I think that button is behind that glass screen, Joe.
Oh, okay, this is teaching us that we can crouch, boys, I guess, to pick up things we drop on the floor like tools, or in Donald's case, probably some organs.
Joe, shut your mouth. I am going to be the best surgeon amongst us. The British lady even called me a natural.
My mom called me a natural when I managed to press a button when I was 5, Donald, so that's not really an achievement, is it?
Okay, moving on to the next room, boys, since that button opened the door here.
Oh, wow, so we can pick up literally anything we like, it seems. I'm even more excited for this now, Joe.
Joe, why are we even doing this tutorial? I feel like I am already a qualified surgeon, so can we just skip straight to the surgeries now, please?
Donald, you gotta have some patience, bro. And by the way, I'm doing the first surgery since this was my game and I chose it. And I was the first to become a doctor out of us 3, so it's only fair I go first.
Fine, Joe, you do the first surgery then. But just because you said you were a doctor first doesn't automatically make you one, you dumbass. In fact, I would rather have a fucking goat do surgery on me than you with your arthritis hands and arms.
Okay, whilst you two were bitching, that lady in the sky was telling us that she's Dr. Pamela Preston and we are testing her new surgeon training simulator thing. Why she would call Joe up first is beyond me, though.
Yeah, not gonna lie, Obama, I have never performed surgery before, if you can believe it, and also I have absolutely no idea where I'm going.
I think there is only one set path here, Joe, so just keep following it around until we get to the surgery rooms.
Okay, boys, I made it to the surgery rooms. And looks like my first surgery today will be a leg transplant. So Donald and Obama, get ready in your scrubs. You shall be my assistants today.
All right, Joe, sure thing, let's do this. Our patient is named Bob, so let's make sure he has a comfortable ride and leaves with the same amount of limbs he came in with.
Okay, Dr. Pamela was letting us know to keep an eye on that diagnostic machine, Joe, since that will tell us what we're operating on and how to deal with each situation.
Okay, here's Bob, boys.
Joe, will you stop stroking his face and get his leg off, please? You
His
said
head
to
came
keep
off,
this
boys.
serious.
Joe, you fucking idiot, put his head back on right now.
Joe, Dr. Pamela told us to rip his leg off, not his fucking head, you dumbass. This has already gone wrong and we just started.
It's okay, boys. I reattached Bob's head,
Stop
which
touching
shows
his
how
face,
amazing
Joe.
of a surgeon I am that I was able to do that.
Joe, for the love of God, concentrate, will you, and take his leg off, please?
You know, this surgery must be running on the black market because reattaching heads and ripping off legs cannot be legal in any way, can it?
Joe, seriously stop ranting and perform the surgery because Bob is now bleeding out and you haven't even thrown his old leg away yet.
Help me, boys. His leg changed color and is stuck on the edge.
Joe, you're gonna get this place closed down with your bad hygiene practices before it's even open, you idiot.
Jesus Christ, you finally threw his old leg away, Joe. Now you gotta listen to Dr. Pamela and use the yellow syringe on Bob to stop his bleeding.
Guys, where the fuck is the yellow syringe? I can't find it anywhere.
Joe, you dumbass, you're so old you can't even see where the syringes are kept and you want to be a surgeon with your bad eyesight?
Great, because you took so long, Joe. You just got Bob killed.
It's all right, Obama, here he is again, looking much better when he came in than when he leaves once Joe's finished with him. But anyway, Joe, do not rip his head off again.
All right, boys, I found the syringe this time, so watch now as I, Dr. Joe Biden, will correctly perform a solid amputation, so much so that this video will be played in medical colleges all around the world.
Yeah, they will play this as a guide on how not to perform an amputation, Joe LMFAO.
Yeah, that looks very accurately done, Joe, doesn't it? Because when a surgeon needs to stop the bleeding, he will just stick a syringe into his patient's right testicle, won't he? You fucking idiot.
Donald, shut the hell up. The blood was coming out of his leg, so that's obviously the place to stick the syringe.
Okay, Joe, just please let this end and grab his new leg and stick it back on for him, please. And also, whilst you're there, you may as well do a testicle transplant, too, since you probably popped one of them.
I feel so sorry for Bob there. Obama, the poor guy, volunteered to be a guinea pig, but little did he know that his surgeon would be Joe Biden.
For God's sake, Donald, can you help me get his leg back on? The arthritis in my fingers are really making this difficult.
Joe, it's not this difficult. You just grab his leg from the right angle and push it back with the rest of his body.
Hey, if they had this kind of surgery in the Star Wars galaxy, then Emperor Palpatine could have easily found some new arms and legs for Anakin and stuck them back on for him. Hell, he even could have called me to do it.
Well, after all the Jedi he slaughtered in the temple, there would be lots of arms and legs for Palpatine to choose from. But knowing you, Joe, you would gather up all the younglings he slaughtered and use their body parts, and that is something I really don't need an image of in my head, actually.
Okay, Joe, this time you need to give Bob the red syringe since he's low on blood, and please don't stab him in the balls again. I am sure he would like children one day.
Look, boys, this time I'm stabbing him in the leg and his blood levels are going up a lot.
Holy shit, Joe! This time Dr. Pamela wants us to use a saw instead of just ripping his limbs off, so let me do this bit, please!
Okay, Donald, be my guest, but now I can't find the saws. This place is very disorganized, seriously.
You really shouldn't be anywhere near an operating table with your shit eyes, Joe, but look, I have a saw now, so watch as a master surgeon does a real operation which will be shown in medical schools for the right reasons.
All right, Donald, this time we are taking his right arm off, so please don't King Louis XVI Bob here or rip his stomach to pieces either with that saw. This is just asking for trouble now.
You see that sawing technique I had, Joe? That is a technique Chainsaw Man would be proud of.
Donald, you dumb fuck. You just contaminated all the new healthy arms with the blood from the old arm we just sawed off.
And now you've gone and picked up the ice box with the arm in it instead of the actual arm, Donald. And you said I was a bad surgeon and you don't even have arthritis.
Look, Joe, at least I can reattach limbs better than you with that leg, so you can't talk, buddy.
Yeah, not gonna lie, Donald, that went a hell of a lot better than Joe's surgery did. And you didn't get Bob killed either.
Okay, because of how well I just did, boys, I shall do the next surgery too, since I'm clearly the pro amongst us here.
Donald, you haven't even given me a chance yet, so how do you know you're the pro here?
Okay, in this one, Donald, you are performing a lung transplant, which means breaking the ribs, which means using a hammer, which means Obama and myself should probably run.
Look, boys, Bob is agreeing with me that I am the superior surgeon. Isn't that right, Bob? Oh, yes, it is.
Donald, you and Joe need to stop fondling the patient and play the game properly. So grab the hammers on the table to the left and smash those ribs up.
I don't think the family of the patient would like to know that their surgeon was smashing their ribs up Obama when performing the surgery.
Joe, at this point, who actually gives a shit seriously?
Guys, why the hell aren't his ribs breaking?
Donald, your hammer-holding technique is the worst thing I have ever seen.
Help, guys, I got the hammer stuck in his ribs. What the fuck do I do? Help me, Obama.
Donald, Jesus Christ, you gotta have a calm attitude when doing this kind of stuff. And screaming inside the operating theater is absolutely not gonna make the patient's family feel better, is it?
Oh, crap, boys, I ripped out this blue organ thing from his stomach. Do you two think it's important?
Nah, Donald, probably not important at all. So yeah, just leave it on the floor for the rest of the surgery because that's what real surgeons do when they perform surgeries.
Oh, great. Well, then I shall just pick up and toss the rest of these probably unimportant organs on the floor because at least I'll know where I left them when it's time to put them back in. Great idea, Obama.
Oh yeah, good idea, Donald, putting his kidney there away from his other organs because we can sell it after this surgery is done. He doesn't need 2 kidneys to survive anyway. That's some big brain strats right there.
Yeah, so here's my plan, boys. I just spread all his organs around the floor so I know where they all are. Like I put his heart on the stairs, so unless some idiot steps on it, then we should be Gucci.
Donald, you idiot, he is gonna lose so much blood and then die after you went and ripped his heart out, you stupid idiot.
Obama, relax, man. I got this. Don't worry. See, now this is me being calm. Dr. Trump, like you told me to be, which means Bob here has a better chance of surviving.
How can I be calm, Donald, when you just threw Bob's heart on the floor and Joe is planning on selling his left kidney?
Okay, yeah, I must admit that Bob is probably going to die here, Obama, since I can't get his new lungs back in.
Yup, and ripping off his arm is definitely going to help, isn't it, Donald?
Well, I think Donald did Bob a great service there, Obama, because he made him bleed out faster by ripping his arm off, thus making his inevitable death occur faster.
Once again, Joe, I'm sure that's something Bob's family would love to hear, isn't it?
Listen here, Obama. Bob isn't real, and neither is this game, and it's a simulator too, so stop ruining the fun for me and Donald.
Yeah, that's right, Joe. You tell him. And by the way, what is the street price for kidneys these days? Because he has 2 more I could just poach whilst no one is here, and then we could sell 3 kidneys.
Well, I guess it wouldn't make a difference if you get caught, Donald, since you're already going to prison. But Joe, you're currently president, and if you get impeached, I will never ever let you forget that, because knowing you, that will happen.
And boom, check it out, Obama, I fucking did it. Dr. Donald J. Trump performed a successful lung transplant, so if there are any actual surgeons watching this, please leave a comment and let me know how well you think I did, and please ignore the fact that Joe and I will be selling his kidneys, because that shouldn't count to how well I performed the surgery.
Yeah, see, Obama. Dr. Pamela just said she believes anyone can be a surgeon with a can-do attitude, which is what Donald and I have, and you clearly don't.
Okay, well, on that disastrous note, if you all enjoyed this video of Donald and Joe performing what they call to be pro-surgery and what I call to be an excuse to start a side hustle selling kidneys, then please hit that like button and subscribe and let us know if you'd like to see more of this game. We are currently in the process of editing a long Pokemon White episode, so thought we'd drop this video to keep you all entertained in the meantime. But anyway, thanks for watching and have a lovely rest of your day.